Well, thank you for joining us today. We always appreciate it. New American Funding is offering a lot more of these training sessions coming up, and we're going to continue to try to do at least one a month for you guys. If there's topics you want to see, shoot them over to me or Jamie. I'll put something together for us. But we always want to bring more and more value. The Reels program is absolutely amazing. You guys are earning extra commission, bringing in other agents. But there's also a lot more uses for the program. And then it's up to us to give you even more value to help build your business, right? Because it's a rising tide raises all boats. The better your business does, the better ours does, and we win together. So today I'm going to be talking about how to maximize your sales, and I have 6 strategies for your success. So a little bit about me. I've been in real estate almost 25 years now. I'm embarrassed to say that. I was an International Diamond Society Award winner. Now I'm a licensed mortgage loan originator. I ran the number 53 ranked team in the United States on Real Trends, the number 255th ranked brokerage in the entire United States, according to Real Trends. I founded an independent brokerage on my own. I sold franchises for Realty One Group across the country, and I now head up business development along with Jamie at New American Funding. And so anything that we can do, again, we are here for you to build out, to help raise your business. So maximizing your sales as a realtor, the real estate market is constantly changing, right? I mean, even by adding the Reels program, right? In 2022, they made this program legal. And so we added that. That was a huge change for the industry. And now you can see how much fast we're growing. And then now the NAR lawsuit, right? That is absolutely changing the world of real estate right now. So you have to really stay on your toes and ask yourself, what are you doing to keep up with all these changes that are happening? There's so many moving parts of the industry. Interest rates, they're coming down now, but they were at a super high. Price challenges, dwindling listings, the race to stay ahead is real. And your challenge as a real estate professional is to learn how to adapt. We're going to cover some things that you can do to increase your business in this ever-changing industry. So the first one is prospecting, right? That's the number one thing that I think real estate agents need to do. It helps you win more sales in the world of real estate. But you absolutely have to have some kind of strategy in place to find new clients, to find new properties, to find new listings. And you should be dedicating 90 minutes of every day to only prospecting. Okay, it's an hour and a half, and have some kind of plan to do it. These are some ideas that you could use, right? Offer virtual tours on your property. Very, very easy, right? Go online, do a showing request, go visit a home, a vacant one, and do a video tour. Post it on your social media. Now all of a sudden you have social media content, and you also have engagement if you use it on Facebook Live. Like number 2, organize a Facebook Live on your Facebook page of that virtual tour property. If you're selling multiple properties or development, consider using a webinar. It's a good way to get people to register. Also, when they're registering, they have to put their name, email address, and phone number in there. So now that goes into your CRM. You can start following up with that client. These are all free right here. Okay. Email your existing clients for property investments and potential opportunities, right? You never know when somebody has a change in life and they need to sell their home, or they happen to make a job change and they need to move. So never underestimate the power of having the outreach to your clients. Be present on the right real estate portals in your city, okay? Go through Facebook. There's a lot of different groups out there. I don't care if it's restaurant groups, attorney groups, whatever it is. Join as many I joined neighborhood association pages when I was in real estate, just to stay on top of it. Now, be careful, because you might get kicked out of those pages if you start, advertising so much that you're a realtor. But at least you can offer information, right? You're going to see things pop up like, God, I wonder how much my home is worth now. Or, they start talking about, I'm thinking about putting in a pool. Now, all of a sudden, you can do some comps, throw it into that posting, and now all of a sudden you're establishing yourself, and we'll get to that on number 2, as the expert in the area, right? And it's very, very subtle that, hey, I'm a real estate agent. You need any help? I'm here for you. Partner with local businesses. That also is free. Use mailers. You can do it on your computer. Any door direct with the United States Postal Service is a very, very inexpensive way to get your mailings out and to farm neighborhoods and things like that. Then the last one is create an inbound marketing machine, okay? So what is an inbound marketing machine? It's a system you put in place to generate leads on autopilot, so you don't have to do anything. You set it and forget it, right? Once you're setting up your advertising system, this is also known as a sales funnel, okay? So this consists of a landing page. You add in some Google pay-per-click campaigns, some Facebook ads, some email marketing, And most importantly, you have to have a contact form in there in an area which they can contact you, and vice versa. Implementing each of these areas will certainly help you increase your sales in real estate. Don't forget, you still need to close the sale in person or on the phone. So just because these leads are coming in, you still have, remember our last webinar was on speed to lead. As soon as that comes into your funnel, you need to reach out to them either on the phone, text, email, or in person. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to highlight what is using an inbound marketing machine is because New American Funding and the Reels program is actually giving you that. So your personal landing page, when you come in as a Reels, is actually a landing page that you can use for set up a funnel campaign. So when they click on get pre-qualified and get or here, they're going to enter their information, name, email address, phone number. They're going to enter all the documentation. So this is actually your capture form right here. So we've already built this expensive thing out for you guys for being part of the Reels program. Another thing that's super important about putting this landing page out there for your mortgage business is that 65% of the mortgage applicants online, I don't care which mortgage company it's with, but 65% of those mortgage applicants click a button that says they are not working with a realtor at the time that they fill out the pre-application. So keep that in mind as you're out there marketing yourself. Moves on to number 2, showcase your market expertise. Okay, this is super important. People need to know that they can trust you as an expert, and you have to keep your branding consistent, right? So if you're going to use a black and white post for your social media, always use that, okay? When you're an expert, people trust you, but can consider creating detailed neighborhood guide as well to let you look like a neighborhood expert, okay? So here, you could use something like a welcome guide to whatever neighborhood you're at, whatever part of town you're in, and you can put things in there. Remember, I said partner with local people. So you could go to local businesses, ask them if they want to be in your welcome guide. They probably will say absolutely yes. If you don't want to do this digitally, which is going to be a free download that you can put out there, and you're going to do a hard print form, I recommend that if you offer this to a restaurant, a dry cleaners, a gym, anybody that wants to be in your welcome guide to that area, you charge them a little bit of money so it covers your print cost and your mailing cost to get it out to all the people. This is a great tool when you are farming a neighborhood to get your information out there. And it's really, really valuable for people moving to an area because you're going to get information on local amenities, schools, walk scores, the local history of the area, and people are going to really reach out to you and want this. Now, all of a sudden, once they get a free download, you're going to have them in your database. And again, I think that being an expert in the area and Reels program makes you an expert, okay? Nothing shows that you're an expert in the industry by saying, I am a dual licensed realtor. I not only have my real estate license, I also have my mortgage loan originator license as well. Some individual studies have shown that dual licensed realtors convert leads 40% higher rate than a single licensed realtor. Reels are also, they build more customer confidence than they do as a single licensed real estate agent. Number 3, building strategic partners. Okay, so just like in that last, in the last neighborhood guide or the last city guide, do these strategic partnerships. They're going to be free things that you can go out there. You're going to talk to people, whether they're hairstylists, restaurant owners, waiters, moving companies, financial planners. These partnerships can help extend your opportunity and your outreach, okay? Plus, working with these you can co-brand yourself. You can do client appreciations for them. And what does that do? It keeps a little bit of the cost out of your own pocket because you can split it with some of these people. But it's super important to have these strategic partnerships when you're out there building out your business. Actually, a funny story, when I first moved to a town that I did 3 towns ago, you're going to be in the same grocery stores a lot, the gas stations, the same restaurants, things like that. What I do is I always handed out 100 business cards every single week to build out my business. So I made it a point that and the Publix just happened to be the shopping center that was, or the grocery store that was closest to my home. So I literally went through Publix. I went up to almost every cashier, the managers. There was a bank there inside Publix. I went and spoke with all of them, and I made sure that they knew, hey, I'm David Lansman, I'm a realtor in the area. You never know anybody. And I actually when I did that, the bank manager inside the Publix was so impressed that I just came up as a real estate agent that he actually referred his people that were getting pre-approvals over to me as the realtor just from introducing myself. So those strategic partnerships can really, really pay off. And again, it's free. Just go put your face in front of them. 4, you need to think outside the box to increase your sale. The stronger the relationship, the more leads and business you will get. So this is actually a true story. The pizza box partnership. So I was at a pizza shop almost every single day. I enjoy pizza, and they had free Wi-Fi. So as realtors, we're always looking for a place to sit, and it was quiet, and I worked in there. Well, I looked on the top of the oven, and there was pizza boxes stacked up, and I thought, man, I wonder how many pizzas that they deliver in a day or a couple of days, and I wonder how much a pizza box would cost. So I did a little research. I found out that I could buy pizza boxes for 40 cents, and that was with whatever logos I wanted, whatever printing I wanted. And the average pizza establishment sells about 9,000 pizzas a month. So I did a little math. It cost me about $3,600. And so I went to the owner and I said, hey, why don't you let me buy all the pizza boxes for you? And he looked at me kind of weird and he was like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, I want to print out some information on the top of it. Oh, one thing that really stuck out to me is that on their pizza boxes, they were just plain. There was nothing on them. And I said, well, you need to have your logo on it. And I said, let me put a little blurb about me being a realtor and something corny like, hey, if you want a real estate agent as good as this pizza, call me today. And he said, you're going to buy all the pizza boxes for me? And I said, absolutely. Now, I don't recommend to a brand new agent that's making zero money to go in there and offer to pay $4,000 for pizza boxes. But I had a good established business, and this further established me as the realtor for the area. I actually tried it, and it didn't work out very well. I put my face on a couple of the boxes, and it was just so blurry you couldn't tell who it was. It looked like a cartoon character. So I got rid of that. But this was the pizza box that I used when for that marketing campaign. So that partnership was very, very strong. So really think outside the box when you're doing your marketing pieces. Number 5, focus your lead generation efforts. This is a big one. So I used to run a real estate brokerage here in Atlanta with about 325 agents. And every day I would see agents sitting at a desk working on creating a logo for themselves or, doing some kind of campaign every single day. They were choosing something different. And, you can kind of get blinded and you can put too much on your plate and you're not staying focused. So one of the most invaluable things on building out your business is staying focused on what you're doing, right? The answer is leads if you're looking for how to grow your real estate business, right? Leads are the key to being successful. But I feel like agents are prone to the shiny penny syndrome, right? They hear an agent next to them that maybe was the agent of the month, and all of a sudden they're saying, oh, what are you doing? And then they all of a sudden try to implement that in their business, right? So every month they're jumping on a new tool. And what that does is it costs you not only time, but it ends up costing you money, and it does not lead to any lead generation. So stay super focused on what you're doing for your lead generation, right? It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Agents should be able to pivot and adapt their strategies, but be careful. After all, a new tool can be a boom for your business, but it's also very easy to get distracted by software and other ideas that you hear out there. Social media is constantly putting things in front of your face. And no offense to any real estate agent out there, I was one myself. We are a very, very easy target for people to sell leads, to sell a new CRM, to sell a new marketing, whatever it is. I wish we'd get a little stronger with that, and I hope this helps. But stay focused. Once you pick a plan and do your research, right? I mean, that's part of it. Do your due diligence if you're going to do anything about spending money or time, and stick with things for a few months. Nothing is going to happen overnight, right? I recommend if you're going to implement anything, you got to do it for at least 6 months. These are some free lead generation sources that you can have on autopilot. So I guess we can send this out, or we'll send the video out so you guys can write these down. But I want you to go on every single one of these websites after this call and register on these websites, because these will give you free leads. Okay, not necessarily free, no cost up front. Some of these effective agents, some of the UpNest, they're going to take HomeLight, they're going to take a referral fee from you, but you're not spending any money on a monthly, weekly, daily basis to get any of these leads to come over, right? So you need to have all these in your business plan. Use this as a lead generation tool that's going to run on autopilot, and it's really hands off. Once you set it and you put all your information in there, unless you change brokerages or something like that, or you all of a sudden get your mortgage loan license and you're in our Reels program. Of course, go back and add that into your profile. But for the most part, once you put all this stuff together, you're done, right? And now that's going to open you up to a couple lead generation tools that are now costly, right? These are 20 costly lead generation ideas. And what I want you to do is, after you enter all the ones on the previous screen, I want you to pick 3 of these because they're going to be more costly and with time and with money to add to your business for lead generation, okay? And you can see some of these are free, right? Create a real estate blog, that is free. Using Google pay-per-click campaigns, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, right? Your SEO, if you have a website, you want some of the SEO running on that, and you can get people on like Fiverr or some of these websites out there, if you're not familiar with it, that will do the SEO work for you. And that runs about $125 a month to do those things. So, pick and choose what you want, but I want you to add 3 of these to your business, as well as those other free lead generation, and then stay laser focused on these 3 things, right? And a lot of it's just what you feel most comfortable with. Buying leads, again, that can be expensive. Leveraging AI, if you don't understand AI, that may not be the one to choose. Sponsoring community events was always huge. I would do neighborhood appreciation parties. So if I was farming a neighborhood, whether I sold a couple of homes in there or not, I wanted to appear as the neighborhood expert, right? Go back to number 2, the expert. And I sponsored a neighborhood appreciation party. People are not going to look up who sold these homes, right? And also, you're part of the real estate community. So if 4 homes were sold in that neighborhood, maybe do a neighborhood appreciation. I would rent out the clubhouse. I'd go get a Costco and get some hot dogs, some hamburgers, some sodas, some waters. And it would cost me a couple $100. And then I would stand there and people would assume that I was the realtor that sold those homes. And all of a sudden I'm the neighborhood expert. And I would do those once a quarter. So 4 times a year, the people in the neighborhood. Now, and it didn't have immediate payoff, but I guarantee you by the second year, nobody in that neighborhood used anybody but me as the real estate agent. So that's a great one, sponsoring community events. And again, go back to 4 or 5, whatever that was, partnering with people in the community that can share some of your cost, okay? And number 6, following up with your past clients. This is probably one of the most invaluable one, right? 25% of agents generate 50% of their business from repeat clients. If this isn't happening to you, then you're doing something wrong and you need to start adding the follow-up to your business. The typical real estate agent, 42% of the business from repeat clients and referrals from past clients. 82% of all real estate transactions come from repeat and referral business. 82%. That's huge, right? 21% of agents get more than 50% of their business from real estate past clients. Some statistics on follow-up and outreach in a competitive market where multiple real estate agents, and they are all multiple real estate agents when they're talking to a client nowadays, will be vying for the same client. Being the first to engage can be the differentiating factor that secures the business and increases your business for 2024. According to NAR, 91% of all realtors never contact the buyer or seller after the home closing. I mean, that is a ridiculous statistic when you think about it. Also, being part of the Reels program, you never have to worry about that again. If they are a buyer with us, we are going to co-brand you on every documentation that goes out to these clients, which means every monthly mortgage statement you will be co-branded on. So you will never be one of these 94% of realtors that never contact their clients after the closing table. We're going to follow up with them every single month for you. Only 25% of home sellers use an agent with whom they previously worked for. Well, that's very, very easy and understandable. If only 91% of them never follow up with their client, of course they're going to use a different agent that they previously worked with. 85% of home sellers say that they would definitely recommend their agent for future services. Well, now all of a sudden, what's the payoff of following up with your past clients? You're going to get a new client. Now you have 2 to follow up with, and then that's going to turn into 4. So again, these are great strategies for building out your business. 42% of buyers use an agent that was referred to them by a friend or neighbor, and 80% of buyers and sellers use the first agent that contacts them, okay? So if you're the first one that's contacting them time and time again, you're going to be the agent that they use. This is, and you don't have to get real fancy with it, right? I always tell real estate agents, and they get on these, a lot of them get excited, and I love that they're getting excited about following up with their clients after the closing table, because now they're in that 9%. But what are they hitting them with? Oh, we sold 5 more homes in your neighborhood. Interest rates are coming down. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They just bought a house a week ago, and now you're bombarding them with like interest rates. They don't care about what homes are sold. They're loving their house. In 5 years, they're probably going to be looking at interest rates, what's going on in the market, things like that. So this is actually my drip campaign that I use in my email marketing campaigns to all my clients. I still send this out to them to keep them in my database. But I would do the first little bit of the email was a simple real estate market report, not specific to anybody's neighborhood, not anything, just a little overview of it, because those people, they still want to know, like, my home is going up in value and things like that. Even if they bought it a week ago, hey, we have equity. You hear people to say things like that. But that's as much as I do. Do not bombard them with a lot of real estate information. The next thing I do, again, the outreach into the community. I'm out and about a lot. I like to eat. So I make it a point to go to some restaurant every single week. I talk to the manager there and I say, hey, listen, I have a database of about 6,000 people. I send out a weekly email to them to stay in contact with them, right, for follow-up. Each week in that email, so that I keep it active, right, I do a restaurant of the week. So I would like to feature your restaurant on my email to 6,000 people. Can I do a 10% off coupon for printing out my email and bringing it into the restaurant? They were always so happy about it. They'd love to be partners with me on that. It was free to me. I was putting in my thing. It was technically free to them. They were given 10% off coupon. And I tell you what, this is an added perk to this. They were so excited about now being partnered with me. Most of the time when I was sitting down with that meal, they would give me my meal for free for adding them to the 6,000 database prospect list. So it has a lot of payoffs. And again, it makes your people, it's a value add, right? Now all of a sudden they bought a home with you. Again, they don't care about the real estate world, but now they get a coupon, and like a lot of people, hey, I'm gonna go try that new place out. They trusted me to buy the most expensive purchase of their life. They're probably gonna trust me on it's a good place to eat as well. And then at the end, I would have a link, and you guys should all add this in there, get pre-approved for home mortgage. Now you can add that into your email just at the bottom, right? We're not bombarding with a lot of real estate information, especially if they just bought, but this is going to be a link to your landing page in case, they forward this on to their friends, right? Now, if they're like, hey, let's go to dinner to this place, they have a dinner party, they're going to meet out another couple, they send the email, and then now that couple is interested in that. Also, when you're getting the manager, the owner of the restaurant's information, what should you do with that? Put it in your database. It adds another potential client, because what happens if the restaurant is doing $1 million worth of business today, and then all of a sudden in 2 years it's doing $7 million worth of business? They may be in the market for a new home, or another location for the restaurant. So now all of a sudden, keep them in your database. Make sure they stay top of mind, that you stay top of mind, and all of a sudden you start building out your database as well. And again, it all comes back to the Reels program and being a super agent. I think that, by doing this and being a part of the Reels program, it checks off a lot of these boxes on increasing your business, right? We're giving you that landing page for a funnel. We're making you an expert in your area, because now all of a sudden you're dual licensed. So, don't underestimate the power that the NAF Reels program has. You already know your earning potential. Just to go over it again, top of the list, you're getting 50 basis points, 5 basis points for all the agents that you refer in. So don't, you can always send them over to our webinar. We'll do it every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So send them over there and bring them into the program. Conclusion for increasing your business: by improving your speed to lead, by increasing your outreach to the people, your database, you can see that your real estate and lead generation is hopefully going to grow. There's a lot of different ideas that I send out. We're going to have this posted so you can see, pick 3 of those 20. Hope these inspire you. Think outside the box with it. Make meaningful connections with people, not only your clients, but also into the community and outreach like that. Remember, consistency, creativity, and the willingness to learn new things. You guys are on this webinar or watching it, so you're obviously open to learning and new things. Those are the keys to your success in the business. By implementing a mix of online and offline real estate lead generation strategies, focused on providing value to your target audience and continuously refining your approach, you'll be well on your way to becoming a top producing agent in your market. Now get out there and generate some leads and build a beautiful real estate business. Thank you guys for today. Any questions that you have, I'm here for you. Me and Jamie are always here for you guys throughout the entire process of the Reels program, and even